One other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was the importance of being transparent and working with integrity, and using price guides being more crucial than ever before, especially in a slower market like this. Because when a market is booming, everything is selling, you don't need much skill, knowledge, or you don't need to have information online. Now, I'll let you speak about price. What's your thoughts about it?
So, and private treaty or auction, whatever it is, publicising the estimate of price for me is a no-brainer. It's essential. 9 out of 10. There's always going to be the odd situation where it's not appropriate or not appropriate at that time. If you're selling a truly unique property, and it's a word that's used too much in real estate, but a truly unique property, you may not be able to put 1 to 1.1 million on day one. We're talking about 9 out of 10 here, so let's keep going. Realestate.com.au did a research, and they tracked people that went on their site, and they looked at, or they reviewed what they look at, what they pass over, what they ignore, what they click on, what buttons they click on, and they did a very comprehensive. They found that 54% of people passed over, ignored if you will, properties that didn't have a price guide compared to properties that did have a price guide. So if you just take that as a given fact, it is a fact, but just take it without trying to understand, well, what about this, what about that? Half the people didn't look at properties that didn't have a price. So if you're an agent, you need to say to your client, do you want to miss half the buyers? Because if we go out there without a price guide or price, statistics tell us we are likely to miss half the buyers. I as a seller, wouldn't want to miss half the buyers. So then it brings you down to the question of, so that's the factual bit. So the reality is you've got to use price guides if you're a smart agent. Because part of being a smart agent is making it easy for people to participate and buy a property from you. So there's several things you need to do there. So on that, then you ask the question, Nate, so why don't people use price guides? One is because they're not radically honest and transparent. They don't have an honest conversation. And when the vendor is saying, well, I'd love to get $1 million, they're saying, oh, yeah, no problem. And in their mind, they're probably thinking, geez, I reckon it's more 900, closer to 900 than $1 million. So part of it is people are just not honest about it. Part of it is people are lazy and they just don't want to have the conversation, even though those that can sign here, move away, and we'll just, you didn't want a price on it, so I won't argue with you.
They don't want to tell the truth just in case they miss the listing.
Correct. The third thing is that just resistance to change is one of the greatest things that are going to have people leave this industry. People, if you think the way you did real estate in 2000 or 2010 or 2018 is going to be the same as 2020, you're deluding yourself. The industry's changing. Millennials are becoming the new buyers. Baby boomers are becoming, the sort of sellers, and millennials are becoming the buyers. People are using technology. They're not using Windows stores anymore, and in some instances, they're not even using local papers. So there's a whole range of change happening. And as an agent, if you're not at the forefront of that, so you might have been taught in a training session 5 years ago when you started real estate, don't use price guides, make the buyers come to you, you'll get more inquiry which by the way is garbage, you'll get more inquiry. Certainly not my experience, if you don't use price guides. So now you got to say, you have to be transparent. Social media allows people to spread the good and the bad news faster than they ever have before. You have to be an expert at digital. You have to be rapidly becoming an expert at social. And I'm not talking, by the way, just about your personal brand. I'm talking about selling property, because I think social media is fast becoming a way of promoting property. One of our top guys, Peter Pokorny, and his wife, Danielle, Pokorny. So your listeners should go and find his social media page. He works out of an office for us. He's one of our rising stars. As a matter of course, every time he lists a property, he walks out the front and he grabs his phone and he does a selfie with his wife and he says, hey everyone, we've just listed this beautiful home at 10 Smith Street. We're really proud to represent it. It's got great character. It's a 1960s style home and needs a little bit of refurbishment. But if you've got between 800 and 900 or probably 1.5, 1.6, please come and have a look at it. It'll be up on the internet in the next couple of days. I hope to see you here. So he does that bang. The minute he walks out of the house with the listing form and he's spreading it to his community and he pays $50 to boost it a little bit. And all of a sudden, he's starting to sell properties before the first open for great prices in a market that a lot of agents are saying it takes you 3 months to find a buyer and you're going to have to discount. So for me, that's just a great example. POKORNEY or NY, Peter Picorni and Danielle. Check them out, follow them, go on their social media page, and you'll see. And by the way, they're not paying thousands of dollars for this advice. They came up with all the ideas themselves. They take their own videos in the main, and they just post it, and like an extravagant boost would be $50, but it's more likely $10. Mm-hmm. So, but the question is, Nate, you've got to be on the forefront of looking for where is the market going, not where has it been. What do sellers want today? What do buyers want today? What does a switched on agent look like, sound like, feel like, smell like? You know, you've got to have what people are looking for today. And people are looking for transparency, speed, honesty. They want positivity, but they also want honesty. And I think you can be both. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to dominate. I know we've got a shortage of time. How are we going for time? We've still got another 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, we've got a couple of more things that we want to talk about quickly.
Awesome.